we're in the aircraft now. It's quite intense and quite loud down here, so I'm just going to turn myself up and turn the aircraft down in terms of the recording. Actually, it's already done. Because it is very, very loud in this cockpit, because it's very nice simulation. The graphics aren't particularly nice, but it's things like if I want to turn the APU bus on, it's not just a click, it's a click and a drag. I don't know if you can actually see my cursor on that, but I have to click and drag it down. Hence click and drag. I haven't got anything enabled at the minute, so what we can do is a checklist code on here. We do, don't we? Okay, apparently we don't. So what we'll do is we'll just oh, okay. Anyway, one thing I know you'll probably be saying, why didn't you do this? Is I didn't do my fuel calculation. So we need £18,000 of fuel. Now I'm just going to jump into here and do that now, and then I'm going to call the refueler. This is in kilograms. Hang on, guys. I'm going to freeze for 2 seconds. Apologies, folks. I suppose it should be in this, that anyway, because we're in America. America, baby! Yeah! So if we go with 2 full wing tanks and an empty centre tank, that is near enough exactly the right amount of fuel. That's complete. So, you need to set parking brakes. Oops, what do you mean? Okay, we're just going to go with the cockpit view in 2D because it's personally I prefer it. And I've updated the ARAC, so I can't complain. I'm just going to type my GPS position. And now we are going from C, which I can type this, can't I? I was away. No. There we go. Just checking I was out of slow mode. CYYZ to CYHZ. There we go. Then the company route was CYYZ CYHZ01. Apparently that's an invalid entry, but we've got a route filed. If I just crash the sim, that is entirely plausible. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to reload the aircraft, folks. And that went well. Oh, there we go. Fixed. Now I have to reload the aircraft. So I just have to input the routes in a slightly more manual way. Activate, execute. Does that do anything? Didn't think it would, but nah, it doesn't. Okay, so our departure is from runway 33 right. What do we like for SIDS? Yeah, we've got it. Dead key 3. Route. Okay, we'll activate that. Then, from dead key, we are heading, to, it's Rakam's actually the final waypoint. So, if I go to legs, and I just stick Rakam there, I go to route, next page, we'll be going via the, we'll take direct cab key, then it's the Quebec 29 all the way to Keddy. Anyway, so it was cap key, I believe I'm spelling that wrong probably. No, my luck, yes I am. I don't know. Yeah, that was meant to be noticed. Okay, so how did I clear this the last time? AFMC. A up. There we go. I just say A up. Cap key. Not even that's in the database. Am I spelling it wrong again? I'm going to do this one last time. So Inish Ref, menu, FMC, route, clear. A up? No. Broken it this time. Okay, how do I clear that message then? Please explain to me. There we go. So we're going to skip cab key, because cab key is actually, if I'm looking at it, yeah, it's just a really long direct to. So if we go direct to Ebony, that one should be in. Ebony, right, long lat for Ebony waypoint. It is 44 north, 67 west, yeah, probably actually. 44 north, 67 west. And then we can do next route, next page. And then from Ebony, we are going to Tetar. I know what I'm doing, put it that way. So it's the Quebec 29. Oh my lord. So after Ebony, we are off to. Hang on, just have a look at what the. Riddle. Actually, I'm going to put this in the route page and then just go direct to Riddle. It's actually in a straight line. Right, it actually really is a straight line all the way to Duvok. Straight line all the way to Ketty, which is the arrival page. So if I look at the arrivals, route, execute, arrival, index, and the name of the SID is a Fundy 8 for runway 14. I'm pretty much set there. So our gross weight is 118.05. There we go. Actually, that's our gross weight. If I just swing that over onto zero fuel weight, yeah, it's 99,100. Now our fuel on board is 18,600. It's 18.6. That's what it is. One 8.6/A. That's our gross weight. Our reserves are going to be at 5. And what's our cruising altitude? That's actually quite a good question. It's all the way up at flight level 370. Pre-flight's complete. Okay, so we can now go on to GSX and request boarding. And look at our speed cards. Speed cards are down here at that. So our gross weight is 118. So at flaps 15, which is what we'll go for, yeah, and that's the bugs now configured. 115 knots is V1, V rotate is 127, V2 is 135. So V2 plus 15 is 150, which is going to be initial climb speed. Because I haven't actually configured this aircraft properly in GSX, Alright, so it actually is configured properly. So it was function F5, function F6, It's F5, set to shift F6, shift F5. I'm just going to, there we go. What I can do is I can just go into the aircraft itself. It's Control F5 for the cargo doors, I believe. Worst case scenario, we'll reload. Shift F5 is door 1. Shift F6. I'm trying to work out what is mapped as being cargo doors right now, folks. I'm really sorry about this. Right, Shift F8. There we go. Cargo doors are open. Yep, then I'm happy. So no, I just need to remember which buttons I need to mash before we get pushed out. So you can see where we are in relation to the airport. Runway 33 right is that runway over there. So it's actually a cul-de-sac kind of taxiway, this. So we'll get pushed out, hopefully facing that way, and then we'll just taxi off in that general direction, and then get gone. We'll also start engines before pushback, because I'm a bit lazy like that, and I'm going to do this all in 2D mode because that's just harder. It actually is harder. Okay, we'll stick ourselves into Takeoff flex mode. Scroll the flex back a bit. Right, that's Takeoff flex mode. Now the heading for runway 33 right today at Tornonto is heading 327. So just scroll that into there. Limit the bank angle. So what are we looking at here in terms of issues? What we can do now is actually start the APU up. That's something we do need to do. Miscellaneous. Oil pressure, low warnings. Yes, so what we've got is we've got forward door, aft door, forward cargo. Go back to doors. So we've got cargo doors, and then well, we'll get the doors before we get pushed, put it that way. The reason I'm now starting the APU is so that we can get bleed air into the aircraft. Bleed supply will be going off though for the pushback. And we'll switch APU air on already. In the real aircraft, it can potentially damage the aircraft, but this isn't a real aircraft. Yeah. That's an MAL item. No, it's not. Lock's locked. Okay, windscreen wipers apart. Just going to confirm that. Map lights looking good. Logo lights are good. Cockpit floodlights are good. All the lighting's good. I'm just going to switch the APU on now. Switch off external power. I can now get the external power on the ground removed. I will show you the failures you can map in this program. It's really quite impressive in my opinion. So this is almost really good. It would be really good to be a sim builder, this kind of thing, because then you could map almost all of these to key bindings. Also scroll. We'll go to go 18,000 as our initial. Altitude armed. We'll then select IAS mode, which is there. And then just toggle the aircraft when we get out the runway and just order pretty much.
Landing gear.
Yep, so that works. The art, I forgot what that is. Automatic reverse thrust, I think, if we reject. But yeah, just not something I'm not going to end up using on this trip. So all the stuff we've got there is cautionaries due to the fact that we are actually on the ground presently. Basically. Emergency power is not in use. It is in use, but it isn't. Put it that way. It is, but it isn't. Right, so the passengers are on board. The bags are on board, so that's boarding complete. Function F6, Shift F6, Shift F8, Control F8, Shift F8. Let's Shift F5. Move the jetway. Okay, we are ready for the push. Prepare for push and departure. And it's going to be nose to the left, tail to the right. Yes, I do want to start engines before push. Back control. It's control F5, is it? Yep, the air stairs control F5, so all the doors are closed. What we'll do is we can jump back into the aircraft cockpit now and just verify that by looking at the cautionary panel. So external power access, that should be off in the next couple of seconds. And in terms of the door, we've also got the aft cabin door, which is probably control F6, I believe. Is it? I don't know. Shift F6, control F6, that should do it. Believe. I'm trying to go for vague knowledge of where the controls are up. Yeah, an external power access door, that's going to be removed in a couple of seconds when we start the engines. Okay, so because I'm doing this from 2D, I'm going to pop that up in that direction. We start in number 1 engine first. Then I'll be opening the pedestal panel across here. No, wrong pedestal panel. I think it is anyway. No, it isn't. Right. And then bleeds on. Starting engine number 1. That's just going to do a click and hold for itself now. We should get that to increase. I'm just going to verify that I've got APU bleed on. Yes, we do. For some reason it starts moving after about a minute. You're kind of thinking, what have I done, and you haven't actually done anything wrong. Because if you look, there is sufficient bleed pressure on the system to start the engines, it's just taking its sweet time. I can actually switch fuel, no I can't switch fuel on it, can I? But what I could do, I actually can't get started procedures on here, because it's just, yeah, it only gives you before start, then after start, not how to start. Trust me, it works. Just as an experiment, put fuel on. Right, if I stow. You announced engine start before pushback, standing by. I'm just going to put my headset on so I've got a chance of hearing if the engines actually are starting. That's another method. All my pumps that I've got fuel in on. That's what I didn't do. System B. Because it's it's an odd flight number, I use System B. You had the ignition switched off. Therein lies the problem. Fuel's on. That's going to cause a hot start potentially. If it does, if it exceeds that marker there. Oh no, it's a good start. Now I'm going to start the right-hand engine. Oh, that one's on. Okay, I'm just going to control F12. No. I'll respark crank. There we go. Okay, so the external power access doors are apparently still open, but I'm pretty sure that will be closing in the next 30 or so seconds. The second I just disable all the ground utilities within this. Then this goes to automatic. And then that just gives us the APU generator off warning, which we react to by switching the APU off. APU comes off, power to the APU goes off and off. Okay, so the APU is refusing to switch itself off apparently. No, I think it's in its cooldown cycle, because we've been using it as a bleed air source. Also, we can move flaps position 15 for takeoff. Okay, he didn't get the way I wanted to be pushed. Probably my mistake anyway. He doesn't get the idea of stopping for an aircraft. Ooh, British Airways. Nice. Just looking at the ULDs, that's all. But yeah, it's a cul-de-sac as you can see, so we'll just taxi out and pull out the other way. I'm fine with having to do that. 150 knots, let's say. Auto throttle can be armed. Clamp. Oh, no, I'm not clamping it. But what we can do actually is that we'll go for the underated takeoff and then just hit that in. And that's this whole thing now reconfigured. APU is now coming offline, which is good. Anything on here that I need to do now? Yeah, APU is spooling off. No, we're not doing any testing of that because the aircraft was technically switched on when we got here. And I know you're not really meant to do that until you finish being pushed out, but... Oh no, he pushed us out the right way in the end. I'm actually going to get him just to stop the pushback here. Because we are in a pretty good position to get taxiing out from here. You know, if he pushes us back, he'll be pushing us back in onto that stand, I think. No, it's the cabin crew car at that safety demonstration. We've got plenty of time. I'm just going to pick my joystick up now. And I'm just going to do a quick flight control check from the virtual cockpit to make sure my joystick isn't going mad, which it tends to be. There we go. Full left, full right, neutral. Full back, full forward, neutral. Full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. Power, we'll just coax that. Yep, that's working too. Looking good. Okay, squawk to 200 because we're IFR uncontrolled. I'm going to confirm that I've got nobody wanting to travel with me today. Nope. This is going to be a two-part video, this, by the way, because I don't really kind of feel bad for cutting the video here and making you wait till tomorrow for the takeoff, so we'll just do it now. Now, the reason I've only performed the flight control check and not looked outside is that my concerns are only limited to the fact that my joystick is mapped incorrectly, which it tends to be. I'm just going to extend the wing light, but not switch it on yet. Okay, so it's clear to leave you then.
One lap. One lap.
Bye bye. Have a good trip. Oh yeah, flaps. I need to get another lump of flap down. Flap 15. What I can do as well is nav mode, nav track, come on, I'll do that. It can do that. Flap 15, as I said, leads to high, not using the nav radios on this departure, VS not usable for us really, and yeah, actually VS mode is going to be set to 150 knots, because that's now controlling the IAS mode for the climb. So that needs to be set to 150, which is our current climb speed. Okay. I'm just going to take it down here. It's down to the end of 3-3 right. I'm going to confirm, is that 3? That's Bravo 3. We're going to take the right here and then enter from there, because we won't use the whole runway because we aren't particularly heavy on this trip. And this is an MD-80. It's got more power than it needs by a long way. You can see the ADF is just going mad because it thinks it's got something. Either that or there's a portable ADF station driving circles around us. Entirely plausible. It is me that's flying. Okay, we'll do before takeoff checks. So external lights are on. This comes up. Transponder, TA and RA mode, already done. That's all we need done down there. Left that turn a little bit on the light side. I'm just going to pull into the runway from this hold point. So, we are clear on the approach. We looked at that as we taxied down. So, floodlights on. Anti-collision lights on. Wing and nacelle lights on. Let's go. Cabin crew, please take your seats. I love the MD-80. There are a few interesting facts about it that I might talk about in the next videos. Okay, Paris, well, EPA. So, no, EPA doesn't work for some reason. It's the equivalent of just doing the toga.
Takeoff thrust set. 80 knots, cross check.
Check. Like the first officer.
V1.
Continue.
Rotate.
That did sound so discerning there when I just heard this.
Positive rate.
Roll back. if you look at our initial VS, we are just going up like a rocket ship right now, and we have to accelerate.
Gear up. Lights out.
I'm going to take autopilot on now. It's just domestic caution activation. It's not as bad as it sounds. We are not getting ridiculously slow or anything like that. But what we can do is just nose over and accelerate to about 180 knots. And set up book for that as well. Now that we're climbing through 2,000 feet above the airfield. You can see we did actually get out very, very quickly there. Oh, that's where the steam's actually coming from on the airbox. I saw that and I thought, hang on, what the heck's that? Yeah, we're making some smoke as well today. Just go back in the cockpit. Okay, what we can do now is we can just scroll the heading selected background to present heading. So in the event that we lose the primary guidance from nav site, we just click that button and we're already being guided by the by the heading select. Okay, 220 knots. Actually, we'll go up to 240 knots. What I can do then is go down here. It's mapped on here now, isn't it? Flaps 11. Flaps up. Flaps 5. We'll leave flaps 5 until we accelerate. Oh, okay, we won't. We'll go
Flap
crazy.
0.
We'll leave the flaps out though until we get to like 240, 250. I'm now just going to bug up to 240 in terms of my airspeed. Oh, we're accelerating a little bit there. What speed are we actually doing? 250. It'll rotate up, it'll be... And we'll go back to climb limit. There we go, just going to roll us
Climb
back
thrust
onto...
set.
We are going up incredibly fast. I've got the overhead now, and we can take seatbelt signs off. Put them into automatic mode in case we hit some turbulence, then they'll go back on automatically. You know, what's that vertical speed even doing though? That's madness. Anyway guys, so actually we'll do the acceleration and then we'll put the video there. And we'll then see you on approach to Halifax in Nova Scotia. This thing's just going to keep accelerating in terms of vertical speed. Okay, that's 10,000, we'll do 280 now. This is just mad how fast this thing goes. Okay, I'll then just go down onto, not there, onto here, here.
Slats retracted.
That's just fully clean now. Everything's cleaned up. And we are flying at blooming fast speeds, let me tell you. Okay, these can come off now. So can those. So can those. Everything else stays on. So folks, ooh, actually I like that view. So folks, what I'd like to say is thanks for watching part 1. Part 2 will be coming tomorrow, hopefully, unless something terrible happens like it did with the last flight. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.